So guys, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to the first match reaction of the season. And Manchester United, after winning ways, after beating Fulham by 1-0 on the opening day of the season. Very happy to go over the line. Similar to last season, to be honest. That Wolves game, yes, that one last season was way more exciting, but also it's not all about the performances in the first game of the season. You just want to find a way to get through the game and pick up 3 points. And that's what we did yesterday, and you can definitely tell it was the first game of the season because a lot of our players are off it, not up to speed. Fulham was similar as well. The amount of chances that were being wasted, sloppy passes throughout the game, and there was so much space for both teams as well. It was that typical first game of the season type of game, which you kind of expect. It wasn't a thriller, but it was just asking for someone to come off the bench, and that man was Joshua Zirkzee to come on and score the winner on his Manchester United debut. Very, very happy. In front of the Stretford end, there's no better feeling like it. And again, to score on your debut is absolutely fantastic as well. So well done to him. We also did see De Ligt. He came off the bench, and also Mazraoui started. We knew that Lenny Yoro was injured. Rasmus was injured as well. So we didn't get to see much of them. But I'm glad they all got to make their debut at the same time, really. Very happy for a lot of them to get some minutes in the tank. But also, one player I was very, very impressed by was Mazraoui. Really, really good. And for 15 million, guys, I know it's the first game of the season, but he could go on to be an absolute bargain at 15 million. Like, he did not put a foot wrong. He was fantastic all game, and he just offers this team something a little bit different for fullback. As I mentioned in my transfer reaction, he can play left back, he can play right back. And he's just so creative. He's so relentless going forward as well. And he's just one of those players which you can trust. And for 15 million, I think this is going to be a really, really good deal from Ineos and Manchester United. But we'll have to wait and see what happens from here. But yeah, I was really, really impressed by him. Definitely my man in the match throughout the game. And also as well, Casemiro played really, really well. And that's more like the Casemiro we saw 2 seasons ago on his first season with Manchester United. Like, he was amazing yesterday. Some of the passes he was doing, the interceptions was there. And he just looked much fitter, like a lot fitter than he did last season. And is that the key to getting him back to his best? We'll have to wait and see. But if Casemiro can stay at this level for a very long period of time, I'll be way more happy to have him in the team week in, week out. But it's just about him putting the trust in us fans now that he can do that every single week. Because he was brilliant yesterday. He really, really was. And he got the appreciation at the end. And the first 20 minutes, he was very sloppy. He had that 20 minutes in him where he was giving balls away, silly passes. He was diving in. But after that, wow, he was fantastic. So massive credit to him as well. And the other standouts, I thought Martinez and Maguire both put in a real big shift. Maguire as well. Someone who has come out of nowhere again and has just put in an amazing performance. And surely now there's question marks in Ten Hag's mind saying, does De Ligt come straight back into the side? Because last season, Maguire was one of our best players. He was putting in good performances every game. And again, first game of the season, another standout performance from him. And he looks back to his best. But this is really good for us now, because this means we have a lot of really good depth now in the squad, that if, say, a Martinez gets injured, I wouldn't mind a Maguire stepping in. Like, that's how good it is now. And we still have Lindelof as well, who always has been consistent, but looks to be moving away. But yeah, the defensive side of things, guys, I'm really excited by it. Like, the back four we saw yesterday, Dalot, Mazraoui, Maguire, and Martinez. You put a De Ligt in there as well, it's even more exciting. I'm so looking forward to seeing how this defence does this season. Because Mazraoui's come in, as I mentioned earlier, was fantastic today. Looks like he's going to be a really good player for us. Dalot, we know how good he is. Martinez, again, just a leader. Like, in the post-match interview as well, the way that guy speaks, he just speaks like someone who gets it. He's a leader. And again, he's a very likeable character. And he puts everything into the shirt. He plays for the badge. Like, he's one of those players which you just absolutely love, and you're glad he's a part of your team. And again, it's really good to see him back, fit, playing for Manchester United again. So I'm very, very happy for Martinez as well. And one thing, guys, we avoided injuries. We came out of a game A full 90-minute game, a 94-minute game, actually, with no injuries. I've been waiting for this. I have been waiting for this, but yeah, let me know your thoughts on the game, guys. As I mentioned, you're probably just like me. It's just about getting over the line. But yeah, we saw a goal. We saw a goal, but it was your typical first game of the season, sloppy, not knowing what to expect type of game. And we are definitely not fully up to speed. Like Ten Hag said, we are definitely not ready to start the season. But it is what it is. There can't be any excuses. Everyone's the same. Fulham was similar. They look shaky. Everyone was getting tired towards the end of the game. And yeah, it was just one of those games, guys. But I'm just happy to have 3 points on the board. And also, guys, another player that impressed me, I was really impressed with Mount. And yes, he probably wasn't too involved into the game at times, but when he did get involved, some of the runs he was making was really impressive. Just those picking up those little positions on the pitch was really key for Manchester United yesterday. But at times, you were also getting overrun, and we saw it a lot last season just because of Casemiro. I think that's the problem we have because, yes, Casemiro is very, very good. And yesterday was really impressive. But also, as soon as he commits, there's no one there to cover. And you saw that yesterday with how much space and time Fulham had on the ball and the amount of chances they were creating. So also that's a problem which I think will be fixed. Say if Agati comes in, that could really solve that problem. But we'll have to wait and see what happens. But yeah, a better team probably goes on to score a few goals against us. So we definitely have to fix up. But yeah, we are definitely not as ready as I was hoping we were going to be. But yeah, first game of the season, you just have to get over the line. But very, very happy to have 3 points on the board. But yeah, let's get in, guys, to the player ratings. So Andre Onana for me, who started the game, obviously. I'm going to give him a 5.5. Didn't have much to do. Again, Fulham had 1 or 2 opportunities in the game, but they weren't too clinical going forward. So, I mean, yeah, didn't have too much to do. Some of his clearances, again, very questionable. Those long balls, again, we haven't worked on it, obviously, and it just looks like that way is the way Ten Hag likes to play. He wants Onana to take risks, even though 90% of the time the ball is going to go out of play. I think Ten Hag wants to play like that. So sometimes you just have to trust the manager and hope that Onana fixes it sooner rather than later. But yeah, that was annoying at times. It just gave Fulham possession when we didn't really need to give it them. But yeah, it is what it is. So yeah, Onana for me, 5.5. Dalot, I'm going to give a 7 for, again, just, left off from where he was last season. I'm really, really happy. Really, really happy, Dalot. Again, putting some really, really important tackles. Going forward, always an option. And again, just like last season, he's going to be one of our best players, I feel. So really happy with him. Again, a player which rarely gets injured as well. So one you can really trust. Martinez and Maguire, I'm going to give them both a 7.5 out of 10. I thought both of them were brilliant. Like, they linked up with each other really, really well. And, Martinez, as I mentioned earlier, is just a no-nonsense player, with Maguire there at his best, winning all his aerial duels, just controlling the defence. Both of them did really, really well. So, yeah, and he saved us at one point, Maguire. It was a 2-on-1, and more Fulham's fault, but Maguire was there in the right position to pick it up. So, both of them really impressed me. So, yeah, I'm going to give Maguire and Martinez 7.5, and Mazraoui, my man of the match, I'm going to give him an 8. For a debut game, you can't get better than that. You can't ask for more than that, can you? Did not put a foot wrong the whole game. Important tackles, important interceptions, running with the ball forward, just drawing players towards him. Really, really good. And he has a lot to offer as well, it looks like. And we knew that from signing him. We knew he wasn't going to be a bad player. We know he still has a lot of potential. And again, hopefully he can fulfill that at Manchester United. So really happy with him. Again, really, really happy. Could not be any happier for him. In the midfield, Mount, I'm going to give a 6. Mainu, I'm going to give an 8. I thought Mainu, again, just carried on from where he left off last season. Again, really, really good. So silky on the ball. Draws fouls, drives the team forward. Just gives us so much confidence when he's on the ball that something's going to happen, that he's going to create a chance, that he's going to drive the team forward, etc. He's going to play in Rashford. He's going to make that right pass. Really, really good. And tackling wise, getting back, he's just so good as well, because he's a very quick player, Mainu. Like, he is quick. Some people might not think that, but he is a quick player as well. And he just does everything you need to in the midfield. Towards our goal, towards their goal. He's always there, just in those right position, or picking up those right positions where he needs to be. So yeah, really happy with him. He's just going to shoot on from where he left off last season now. And he's just going to get better and better and better with this team. So yeah, I'm going to give Mainu a solid 7.5. Mount a 6. Bruno in that false 9 position, I'm going to give him a 6 as well, because it wasn't his best game and he should have had a couple of goals, and that's the frustrating part. If he was more clinical yesterday, we'd be winning this game 2 or 3-0, because he had really 2 great ones in the first half, 1 in the second half, which was not as much as an opportunity as the first 2 were. But he's going to be frustrated with himself. But we know that we never really see the best of Bruno in that false 9, because he has to drop deep to pick up the ball, and that's when he's at his best. When he can pick up that ball, he can look for Rashford, he can look for Diallo or whoever's there. He can play that pass which nobody else can play. And in that false 9 position, we just don't get the best out of him, or we can't get the best out of him when he's playing there. But when Zirkzee is up to speed, when he can start, Rashford, Bruno will be dropping back in to that position, I feel. So yeah, really happy with him. Again, wasn't his best game, but wasn't his worst. Created a lot of opportunities. Should have scored 2 or 3 goals, but is what it is sometimes. Rashford, I'm going to give a 6 as well. I didn't think it was his best game, but again, he looks more confident now. He's getting the ball, he's driving at defenders again, and that's all I want to see. Just pick up the ball, be yourself, Rashford, be confident, because you have that ability, and we need that from you now. This is a big season for you. You have to step up now. You have to prove that you've earned this place in the team, and the way you're going to do that is just being yourself, and being the Rashford we know, and driving at players, creating opportunities, because he can definitely have a big season goals-wise as well if he plays like that. So, really good, but still slight concerns there. He does do too much sometimes. Again, his work rate getting back needs to improve a bit, but that's always been how Rashford has been, really. But yeah, we still need to get the best out of him in that category as well. But yeah, was an okay game. And Diallo again had a bit of an off game. We'll give him a 6 as well. I thought he was driving the team forward at times. He was trying things, but he just wasn't able to pick up those right positions, and wasn't able to really have any clear chances at goal. And it must have been a frustrating night for him as well, because he wasn't really picking up the ball too much either. So yeah, no, frustrating night for him, but Diallo is a player which I have a lot of faith in. He showed that in pre-season. He showed that towards the end of last season of how good he was and how good he can be. So we just have to trust in him as well. He's still young, so we got a lot of good options going forward as well. So he's going to have to be on it, because you can, just like that, you can have your place removed. Someone else can come in. Garnacho could start. Anthony could start ahead of you. But this is the depth we want. We need good depth, and that's what we've got in the defensive area now and the attacking area. It's just that midfield area we need to switch up now. And hopefully Agate can come into the club soon and we can get a deal done. But yeah, guys, let me know your thoughts. And also Casemiro. Let's not miss out Casemiro. I'm going to give Casemiro a 7.5 as well. As I mentioned, other than the first 20 minutes, Casemiro is absolutely brilliant. And that's the Casemiro that we saw 2 seasons ago, and the one we were so impressed with that we were like, wow, we've got the Real Madrid Casemiro here. He was back yesterday. His brilliant midfielders, his tackles, some of his tackling was brilliant. Some of the ball forward. There was one point where he played the most acute ball into Bruno Fernandes, and he just missed. No one else could play that pass, I don't think, other than Casemiro. I didn't even see it. I don't think anyone did. I don't think he did. But yeah, obviously he did. But you know what I mean. That's how good it was. But yeah, let me know your thoughts down below, guys. Manchester United 1, Fulham 0. Ten Hag for me got his subs right. Subs towards the end were weird. Johnny Evans coming on, De Ligt coming on. Bit weird. Should we rate subs? Yeah, let's rate the subs. So De Ligt came on, had a decent game, 6. Johnny Evans came on, yeah, decent game, 6. McTominay came on, 6. Should he be here? I'm not too sure, but it is what it is. Maybe a move will get done for him soon. Maybe it is Fulham that I end up at. We're not too sure yet, but yeah, 6. Zirkzee came on, and we'll give him a 7 for the goal. Again, looked really good as well. The thing I liked about Zirkzee and his goal is he dropped deep to pick up the ball, and he finished off his chance. And how long have we waited for a striker to drop deep and finish off a chance? Like, we've been waiting so long for this type of player. He's very silky on the ball. We saw that yesterday. He's just a very exciting player that we do need to watch, guys, because we are in for a treat having Zirkzee in our team. But yeah, please smash a like, guys. Please subscribe to the channel. Ten Hag, we'll give him a solid 7.5. I bet he's happy to get over the line. At the end of the day, he made the sub that won the game, and we have to give him that credit. But yeah, hopefully we can be a lot more sharper for Brighton, and hopefully we can make it 2 out of 2. But yeah, subscribe. Thank you for watching, guys. Smash a like, and I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.